everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. Today we have a special camera that I am really looking forward to, and that is the Insta360 GO 3. We also have an Insta360 memory card to get us started right away, and we have the quick release mount. So let's jump into it. I'm gonna unbox everything, and then I'm gonna go out and just test it, give you my first impressions, and luckily there's something cool happening out in DC, so we're gonna go check it out and shoot a little bit with this camera. All right, let's jump into it, and here we go. All right, we have everything out of the box here. Let's take a look at everything we're going to get. So we are going to have the Insta360, this is basically the mounting base here where you can put the camera in, and it also has a flip up screen so that you can use that when you're vlogging, so you can actually see yourself and what the camera is filming. You're going to have a 1/4-20 thread mount on here. You'll be able to pull that off, and this is gonna have an adhesive mount on there, and you will get a mount that it's pretty much a clip mount that you can use for, say, your hat right there. So there's that. You have the camera itself. As we can see, it is nice and tiny right there. We are going to get a 1/4-20 quick magnetic mount. This is going to work with the cage here, or the case there, so you can mount that right on up and then push the buttons to release it right there. We're also going to get a magnetic lanyard. This is going to pull out just like that, and then you can go ahead and put this around your neck and put the camera right on there just as so. And you can see this thing is really strong. These magnets are ridiculously strong. So we also have a USB-A to USB-C cable. We have this other mount. I believe this is another magnetic mount, but I'm not exactly sure how this one works, so I'll have to figure that out. We have our quick start guide, our waterproofing, what to know, our safety guidelines, and a warranty card. We also have some stickers and a user guide to instruct you how to use the camera. And then we also still have my quick release mount and my SD card. So I'll get those up and running when I get the camera powered up and taking it out. But this is everything that comes with it. Let's actually head out and shoot with it a little bit and see how it goes. All right, well, here we are. This is my first video clip with the Insta360 GO 3, and I'm actually using the whole kit right here, but I'm gonna take the camera out of the pod and just use it with the magnetic mount that I have around my neck here. And I'm gonna go shoot some videos and photos because, well, we're in DC and it is cherry blossom time, as we can see here. So let's go see what we have, and here we go again. Let me tell you about some of the basic specs of this camera because, well, it's pretty cool. One, you have the camera itself, the GO 3, which is tiny, and it only weighs 1.25 ounces. But with the GO 3, you also have the action pod so that you can put the camera inside the action pod and turn it into a more traditional type of action camera with a flip-up screen so that you can actually see yourself when you're shooting. Or if you plan on framing yourself up in a shot, it's easy to do that with the flip-up screen. So yeah, it's really quite an amazing camera. Now, we're gonna get a helicopter coming right overhead, so it's gonna be loud. And some of you may have recognized that was Marine One, so that was probably President Biden heading off to somewhere on that. So now, with this camera, you're gonna get all kinds of great features you get with other Insta360 cameras, like flow state image stabilization. You're going to be able to have the free frame mode that allows you to shoot both in 16:9 or 9:16 at the same time. You just have to choose it later in post. You're going to be able to get resolution up to 2.7K with this camera. So that is one sort of drawback. You don't actually get 4K video with this camera. Instead, you're going to get 2.7K. But you're going to get a whole host of other features like time lapses, photos, standard video, pure shot. You're going to get all kinds of great features with this camera. So the other nice thing I wanted to mention about this camera is that both the action pod and the camera itself have separate batteries. So in the event that your camera is running low on juice, you simply pop it in the action pod so that you can top it off. And if you know you're going to be doing a lot of shooting and vlogging, you can simply leave the camera inside the action pod and it will run off the action pod battery and then switch over. So it's really a kind of ingenious design, and I can't wait to see what I get to create with this little camera. All right, well, one of the great things about this is that it has a magnetic mount, and it's great for showing sort of behind the scenes if you're shooting other stuff. And there are some really beautiful cherry blossoms out here. So I'm gonna mount this thing to myself right now, shoot some photos with my smartphone, and just get a view of how it looks from sort of a first-person perspective. Everyone, well, that was the cherry blossoms here in DC, and yeah, it's getting a little chilly out here, so let's head back to the house so that we can wrap this thing up, and I'll give you a little bit of my insight on the camera from just one day of use, and I'll have to come back and do a full review, but for today, let's get back home and wrap it up. All right, everyone, I am back in the house, and I have to say, I really enjoyed shooting with this little camera. It is fantastic. I mean, who doesn't love the little flip up screen that makes it very easy if you're vlogging with this camera? Also, I love the fact that when you're using this, that you can actually use the rear screen here or the flip up screen to actually see your shot even while it's disconnected from the camera. So you can have this camera mounted on you and still see what you're shooting, or you can mount this someplace else and see what you're shooting on the back screen there. It's kind of cool. And when you're done, just pop it right back in the action pod. So anyways, I'm gonna leave links to this down below in the video description so that you can check it out and pick one up for yourself. I'm also gonna leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.